we solve Ghana problem. Afi bia oba se ya no ye. Afi bia Mahama ba sa no ye. Say ye President Mahama de obre ne ho ase o. Otimi ma amamuo ne ye fe pa o. Wa hye sojafo ntade. Oh nhwe. Ye President Mahama. I'm say kuro we kura de. Say ya mpekwa bi so amman krofo ni bi anko orientation pa de be ha dwen. Ebe ha dwen papa because said the enipa ne bi si what down no. Ha dwen. Oba power 2012-13 ono ni ono ane shewe anso ha eduru ba bi no sa kwhye army fo so de ni ono Mahama ni etiminim de ntia Ghana fo no so no mu yura fi asem kra sa no a we no omo Mahama fans mentiase o President Mahama wono afi bia sa no ye say ya wono ni afi bia oba power sa no ye ono ni ono ani last time all kono o share ya yifo army di ni air force ni na this year wa be share navy for there sa no wo ye ne niam supreme leader asem no wonu mu sa ne supreme leader tatis no na wonu mu President Mahama ye mo hwe so am wa hye soja fo ntade nti a kire se ye president de me se mo ma we wo ho se di nipa ni bi asi ataba no ehu se di nipa ni bi asi ataba no udwene ho a wonte ase eti enra wokoye na soja fo no ye wo graduation wokoye na ene ye wokohye soja fo ntare no a se di woka no wo hye ya no ne wono ni champion man gina hai ono wo hye ya na ho na boko issue ni bi kopie mu ho ena afi urade boss okay no supreme leader no eti enra wo ye na je se ne ope conversation de Ghana fo na di ho nkomo ena okosesa antade we suso no ho adwuma ye de ama won weso nkoye en woni ni wono asa ni hwade
We all rise to welcome him and remain standing for the
eti wo ye na okomeki statement bi na me nra no ye kasa no ye bepo ka boku asem na IGP wo krom ho hwade a emabunu ndi ye IGP wo boku ye interesting the inspector general police hwan ye hu no wo course ho no hwede wo mo de koye no boys ne so wo mo ntiase wo mo twa ne damage nko hwade eti we ye boko emabunu na wo ho the young people the youth oya boko se etese omo mpa IGP eni mu kura hwe because omo nu se IGP ti se President Mahama onso omo aka se President Mahama deceive wo wadada wo ti se no they are calling on Otumfour Asantehene se omeji wo na eno ene no a bosu kinana mu ko gina ho no wo se ono so ade asem yakoma Asantehene. Let
me reiterate that we will take all allegations of crime seriously and trigger our security service investigative machinery to go after criminals, no matter who they are. But let me state emphatically also that we do not have the resources and time to engage in any game of smoke and mirrors. The Ghana Armed Forces is engaged in several theaters to maintain peace and security in our nation. One major flashpoint continues to be the Bawku area. Only 2 days ago, an incident in a marketplace triggered an unfortunate loss of lives and criminal vandalism of property. I wish to emphasize that nobody gains from this situation of conflict and insecurity. We have triggered the Otumfour mediation process, which saw all stakeholders participate in discussions in Kumasi on a roadmap towards peace. I'm assured by the Asantehene that the process will resume next week when he returns from his brief visits abroad. Congratulations to our armed forces for the sacrifices you have made.
Eti enrano President Mahama say no ene wo kire mu say oma ye bibi e frɛ no Otumfour mediation article or whatever. Eti oma trigger no wakeka brofo trigger de yi. Atoro amodidi a kire wo mo ne ye ka asem trigger ho ahwan. Mudi atoro kire wo na mfi say MPP for na mo ye wo. Di akohwesem e de kire bokofo twatoro ke kansam we enim de kire wo mo. Mu wiama be gina say ya trigger ho ahwan. Ya trigger ho ahwan. Ti ase mami we ti asem wo kan ho afa NDC akohwe omo de kire wo e Bawku ti ase.
So we see Africa mu kwa kwa de wo store. Enya sa na kan si ni nchen. Any right to say 6 be bo so je ni o work peacekeeping by 6 p.m. Now we nam from abonti. Be correct me share impropers. Na mu de nam. Omu ba so mu be bo kro no ana so mba so mbe patanto kwa. Dana omu koye no omu de kan e koye. Omu ko fo obi fie no mu si ye ebi huri fa war. So je ni wo huri war. Wo ba kro no, wo ko sa wo ko ba kro no. Wo si oba ni mbie. We mi a mu be ko.
Pacho we oba ye okasa Bawku. So on say Bawku no wo hu twi a wo ka no ho. And so obi ba ka cho say Bawku fo esire mo bi ntitwi omo nyina ntitwi ka wo hu se no si katwi pa tie ne ye pa wo Bawku no gina wo kasa no ai tie twi wo ka
Enam nim kwanti obi ma mo se mo wuram na mo be ye ne mo pe na mo ko mo wuram mo ku na ku abofra me be se mo bisa mo se akola wonya 1 year akola no ne ekoso no akola no woni mu dan akola wei what me adi tuo abu akola kitu wonya 1 year akola na mo di tuo no ball no anya bi akola ne kantokwa no wonya be ma na mo be kasa wo be nya be ko wo yo ba nti ade na mo e wo se mo sisi yesa mutimi bia mo ano ka se omuma musika eti na momo de escort mo omuma mo 10,000 e ma momo de omo koba
be ba ma me blame waka akoma so ayi na sisi adi na pese abani eyema
adi me pese abani yema ye ne se Mahama yarga eni John Mahama ni enti ayema wo mo 6 kwesi ni na 00 ne se enya
Pacho otati wo se omuma omo 6 consequences. Eti na say o kire mu say wo mu no ye dada wo mu tie ne ye pa wo tie ne ye o se die nti wo to abade ma Mahama mu tie ne ye
ade me pesa abani ya ma ye ne se Mahama yarga eni John Mahama ni enti aye ma wo mu 6 kwesi ni na 00 ne se enya mo anwo ofenti o enya tika no mo tete ma ye di yo eye ye kuro ni ti ene ye ma MPP 00 and this John Mahama was the president. That's what the right to Bawku. And me kind say one guy say Bawku for na didn't see position now woman. One guy say Mahama yarga no want to tell more be any. And na who offensi. And ni sika na say ni nyuma panti. And you kura no wa bufu show. And you yes ama. And me ma 1 week. Say Mahama
eti madami chase wakatwi pem enu to we pepenin wakatwi ni pem what Bawku what ate ele sire video bi ante twi kasa woka ne saso dodo e wo ho enu wo se NDC for dada wo mu enu mo 6 consequences ai why are the cry yet na me Matiasi manyatena say was says consequences no minimum the crow patchere and one no na ni nyina ne say Mahama yare gay woni Mahama yi wo mon ka no kore enya sa tie ni biu
adia me pesa abani ya maye ne say Mahama yare ga any John Mahama nyentia ya ma wo mo 6 kwesi ni na 00 ne say enya mo anwo offenti o enya tika no mo titi ma ye di yo eya ya kuro ni ti enya ya ma MPP 00 and this ne John Mahama was the president na so what you the right Bawku enya me kai ni say one kai say Bawku fo na di ni si position na wo mu one kai say Mahama yarga no one titi am obi ani enya na ho offenti enya ni sika na say ni nyuma panti eya kuro no ho abufu show enya di yes ama enti me ma 1 week say Mahama yarga eya
eti politically NDC deceive the people of Bawku I say ye nuanoma Bawku so tenase no mo ankasa omo na betimi solve problem yo asem we me say omo na betimi solve a omo be yi politics free men no no because omo ye ebusuya ba ko mampuru se nkusase ebusuya eti Mahama say wo twen Asantehene wo tu kwan wo ba obema obusuafo ni nyina be komenhia wo mu nyina be free Bawku ho na oma ba ne mre bisumia nra me bo video bi kira na yewura anamo bi e wadi ka atu ene watu kwan wo ba Mahama ne na sojafo ne nkrofo nyina no wo mbeba na eno na Bawkufo no soso no enura sa wo mo sase another group so say still na no Asantehene no mu gini die se obetimi abo na emum enye Mahama ne politicians it wo mo so frɛ another group so wo mo so frɛ Asantehene abiu pacho yentia wo mo so
infrastructure that best describe these bandits as terrorism. Sadly, they have been protected by same politicians and some crook security personnel like Mahama Ayarga and Otumfour and co. Now, the bandits have intensified their attacks on security personnel and threatened some of the various politicians that continue to protect them. These are homegrown terrorism, and if the state fails to address this issue, it has a tendency to escalate to unimaginable level. These are homegrown, we call for calm. We call for calm in the area and advise all to adhere to the mediation process of His Excellency Otumfour Asantehene II. Thank you very much for coming to adhere to the mediation process of His Excellency Otumfour Asantehene II. Thank you very much for coming to honor our invitation.
Okay. So the last time we be catch kusase fo a wo mo say wo mo hia wo mo nim so Asantehene ne betimi asave wo mo na wo msue mamprusi fo so wo mo say Asantehene ne betimi asave wo mo na no de wo mo ye kusase fo wo mo say Mahama yarega ne Mahama ne ndisi adisave wo mo so they are calling on Otumfour Asantehene no asoso mamprusi fo mrante no so say Asantehene no mo so twen no today. Do we have a king in Ghana or we don't? Eto di edia ubi ani baby ode nintansa bebo. Eti say asojafo ifat Mahama yarega no kra ka say Bawkufo bosi Bawku crisis support. Also Bawku crisis support Otumfour's peace process. Mahama yarega appeals to the residents. Eti say no say obia hwe say ombedi Otumfour ombetwen Otumfour na enhyehyɛ ya Otumfour de begu akwam edia save wo fise yewura waye bi pen da bonsem ye wono a na echichinem na waye bibia na ne nyina so the politicians no nka no kore ti Mahama yarega mo they have to pay the price omo nka no kore hwe mbre bia office MPP for no yom he call parliament hwe nsem okokikan niti who can still almost say David on tiase di ntia number opesa number be power ti Mahama yarega.
The speaker the honorable minister has made certain statements which are personal to me. First about he inviting me to join him on a mission to Bawku. And like he said, I was outside the country. He calls me. So we are going to Bawku. When was this? Mr. Speaker, this was more than 1 year after the people of Bawku had been killing one another. That was the first time he went to Bawku. It's on record. More than a year. Until the soldiers were complaining that you, the defense minister and the interior minister, had never visited them. And I brought the complaint to you. Now, you sit here and tell me that the soldiers and the police were complaining that you were never visiting them. You brought them to come, they are being exposed to death, and you, their commander, never stepped foot there to see them.
It's on say yaw. And no mudia throw the chair Bawku for no say. It seems that MPP for and a chassis. In fact, Okoye or granted this interview. A boy MPP for so bo Baumia, so woman ends a meanwhile and no crana there say. And young MPP for name a ye more NDC and the theatro and criticize problem when you idea to ho. Tie Mahama yarigana biu. And young one said ne nada pa daddy ne we as we. Boni bi obia bedi bian obenya so aketua. Enipa na hu no on say omunya on komunya on beje ne nkwan free nsem. On say ni kromo for na dwa lie. Akohwifo asefo.
As the people of Bawku, are grappling with the problem of insecurity, which I believe was largely created by the promises of the NPP as a political party to my people. The report that I have indicates that, and very, very reliable and credible intelligence that I have, and I've cited, documents to that effect, that the National Security Minister is giving 18 million Ghana cedis every quarter in the name of dealing with the Bawku security problem. 18 million Ghana cedis every quarter. It means that every month, the National Security Minister receives 6 million Ghana cedis. He gets a check of 6 million Ghana cedis every month, every 30 days, in the name of he dealing with the Bawku security problem. Whilst the people of Bawku are wallowing in poverty, we are sleeping in curfew.
It will be able to say, and what buying what power? Sika say ne ye de amamo some of solve Bawku problem. Say no mo ye yo, and no koke ka kire wo mo. Omo de share ba umia kon by force. Say wo mo ne nso on person be solve. And you are in power. Sika say na wo twa ya we ne wo de ko. Omo dia tro nyina na. Omo de win elections. E dia tro we nyina, e de win elections. On visa me na mo ye me. Odwene NDC hu a wonte ase say every day propaganda lines. A minority edom ho agi asem we mu bi. Omo so kire say e NDC for na e boss abra no. Nti omo ban ya ba omo so vo me hwe.
And that it is when the MPP is in power that the conflict escalates and it gets out of hand. In this case, they are in power. They must show responsibility. They must show responsibility. They are scratching the surface. Yes, the eminent chiefs are showing leadership, but the bus stops with the government. The bus stops with the government. And we expect them to show more maturity and leadership. After all, they have said that anytime they are in power, there is peace at Bawku. Why is it the case that now they are in power, they've been in power for more than 3 months? And the conflict is getting out of hand. Lives are being lost, properties are being destroyed. The NDC government must show responsibility. So disappointing. But we will stay tuned. This matter, we are going to sustain our interest until there's lasting peace at Bawku. You won't get the minority to make those irresponsible statements to say that anytime one government is in power, the conflict rather escalates. We won't make those responsible statements. Irresponsible statements. We won't speak like that. But we will take them on. And as a responsible minority, we will do our oversight by making sure that they take up to what they are supposed to do and bring lasting peace to Bawku. Our interest is peace and security, protection of property and lives. That is what is key to us. And the NDC will not run away from it. We will hold them to their promises and we'll make sure they deliver on those promises. Thank you.
The MPP wo edom kuma no wa emraso bi da fie so na wo mo kire se Mahama nsem hu na okeka ye no enya ade o mbetena se ama na age na home ano oden eti Inspector General of Police IGP Yohunu tete Yohunu ene woko tamale enra boko chese ene omo ne pa gidigidi woko ye sa ko wo hene no ahemfo no mo ho no woko hene no ho yentie woko am se na ye woko na ho no yentie boko na ho yentie asema IGP de kotuja.
I've come here as your son looking for peace in Bawku. We thank you for doing a lot to make sure that we have peace that enable us to enter Bawku today. Your Royal Highness, what we say is that where we have gone wrong, please forgive us. We want the people of Bawku to forgive us in the course of discharge of our duties where we have gone wrong. We assure you that we'll make sure that we'll provide the men and women to work over here that will be neutral. And where you feel that some of our men and women have a problem in the course of their discharge, and you want to discuss with us, we are ready to listen to you. These security services, both police, military, and all other security services have enjoyed the smoothness of their services from children, sons, and daughters coming from Bawku. They are people, we feel proud of them when they are serving with us. In the course of discharge of our duties, we have always spoken to our men that they should be extremely neutral.
But IGP or wasembo no papa ne confident level kra nye kra and moral nye. Hey IGP we ebe hu. IGP wo I don't know what shake za. Who a whole security service tower jina wa corner. IGP wo every. I don't know what shake za. Boys no yan sa no was wrong. What is so Ozo waje anode e Ghana pa de ehun okro no it will be because you free because IGP kura no ojina wa wo po checheche sa no
discharge of their duties. As human institutions and as human as we are, we may falter in the course of our duties. We may go wrong. Please, where we've gone wrong, we ask for forgiveness. Please continue to accept us as your children who have come here to make sure that Bawku comes back to its old glories. In the years past, every security officer would like to come to Bawku at least before he or she goes on retirement. And we know with your presence, God will help you and guide you to make sure that Bawku comes back to its old glories. It's our intention to make sure that
Obi Bizam say, Mr. Reason, are you sure this is IGP? Here, Kofi Patrick, Uganda IGP na kasano here. Your friend no, BBB tete yahunu I. Yes, COP tete is the way IGP tete yahunu I. Oh, obezo huni ye onani. Sure, who say man no day? Man day pa. Ntare ndi ene ka no ye boy wow no ba. Udru area bi a haye no go zone area. Ekron. As of one I take advantage in the politicians na so. Police one omun kaja I swear. Uni sika unu na.
The youth have put down their weapons and they are ready to receive developers. So the assurance we gave to them is that put down your weapons, and when it comes to recruitment, we'll give you the advantage to participate. Go through the normal process. I didn't say anything wider to maybe to show the requirement, but it looks as if the media is publishing something quite different. They will go through the normal process. And then instead of centralizing recruitment in Accra, centralizing recruitment in Kumasi or the big cities, we'll make sure that recruitment now can go down to the remotest area of this country, so that all these youth who qualify to join the service, irrespective of wherever you are in the country, you can also participate. That is what I wanted to say, and that is exactly what is in mind. And not to say that they are the only people who can benefit in joining the security service. Thank you very much.
Inspector General of Police, IGP Tete Yahuno, champion Yachia Kakra, one year one any on a Yachia Wahano.
No. Hey.
IGP wo yi achia kakra why o channel tomatoes wa o chake nte kakra to so na wo yi achia hwe adwuma na no den chaman oboa adwuma na no den ana den o yi achia kakra
No. Hey.
Not in a chrono. If it's Rubesi for say entertainment where you for too much. A chrono say a free top basic for more home. Concert where you for too much. Now if you grow a video me at the camera to be 12 months higher days. It's about we no walk away. We some say when walk away in a home video. I was maybe a phone line or home. Or the frame is 0242 0731141. 0242 0731114. We chama ha IGP Tete Yahunu.
No. Hey.
Okay, mami call phone lines and so. Hello.
Yeah, reason it's saying.
Boko pa now so eh.
Yeah, nana biga boko. We dey show na na
and Mr. Wong and yeah say time no you per say obia ye ni 3 minutes why. 3 minutes now obia to me kabia to obia oba. Boss am no bono to find 3 minutes why. My uncle, my uncle.
Yeah, this way, would my dear, oh, sa problem where we boko. So, Ushima, the same thing now boko. It be another my hene, instigate what I can the same thing. Say, Ushina and Sassi yaw, but because of saying I can't for the sebi, and pep balance and per se be a better nominal. Ain't Sadi we are for me. Nanka the end of my year for like for the past 4 years. Although this can see, I will not ever yank again.
So, come on, I mean, Sunday Monday, I'm going to somebody judge them, come on,
and can judge them. And can you imagine, say, yeah, if you are talking about the majority ethnicity in Ghana, and for your camp for it is a just to a Kerma. There will be no Ghana. Ghana, no answer. I say,
I mean, Ghana is the empire. I can't
I don't express say, or this year, I don't express say. So we are kind the another man here on condemn it. Men for Asante more time, and I say Asante for a more time, and could di another man here. We are Santini, we are Fantini, we are Kowuni, we are dearly, the other man here. condemn because Bawku issue the same thing. Exactly almost 200 years. Also, but now that all. Even at the Mahini person, you know, one poison a section of bonophony be or casa or say bono akosho up to now. As he say, when ya a man forming a dinner in case ya come on say and be. It we are can ba. I'll come here. The Domahini for Bawku the no yeden. A example. Then who say the oil at the Asababa. Now they meet the maximum the baby the say. I saw you Obia we Ghana near Ghana Libya. I saw the 2 men say you nipa 2 or more Ghana. The president, on the commander of the army, right? And the king, Asantehene. You need to rule Ghana, the president and Asantehene. The president, you know, the commander of the army, no. And you know, so chair, Asantehene. Asantehene in Ghana or South Africa, especially the whole country is waiting for the king to come and solve the issue. Is serious. President needs to be. Come catch the president is a matter. Wo yempel. I'm catching an ado. I'm catching Mahama. So say, na Asantehene na spiritual power between us solve it. It is the whole Ghana will be a king. So, and let's say, so to me now, penny to send an Asantehene. I don't matter so you're Ghanaian. No matter so you're Asantehene. You're called baby of FBS. So dear, need dear. I'm an Asantehene. And I'm maybe me that was.
Medasipa, I Medasipa, I network me ba mamen connect here this is here why mamen connect here this is here okay there hello
what is your
yes sir opening up call there
adum na muso
na nice one ozo gbaji ni on
me
yeah eja me ntie we
we me chia atifu na be fu yina the mechanic fan say IGP na me member ni akọ ne so IGP appointment omanpanyi wo sumafidie na ifidie ne wo sum unim sebi kuri ifun dodo na adwene no ye hwena nhwe nwoma nkwache bebrebe kun wo sim za fidie no once na nsia wo de mra bia ba se on extend civil servant biara we yi beso we time plan
onye bio
na civil servant bia say the IGP is not exceptional ka hobi
yeah
when you just Ghana records no 24 versus 23 year na IGP binya 60 years not on retirement na day that's good but you said Dampare so onyenya 60 years
yeah
ti Dampare even though onya IGP binu ye treating as an IGP inti IGP ska bia na Dampare at that time sa sika na na ne de be manu because on call retirement
yeah
good na we so ba be kan one so ba be gen S gracia o na say within afe no ye benya IGP miensa Ghana kwa adwene nko so less than a year, IGP 1, 2, 3. Dampare as here, Mr. Nuniteta Betuas, who nearly 60 years in your man, pains or as will be added enough for frozen ebo. Do you know by a ceremonial IGP and as I say, and he prescribing a woman that to make India and as I say, but Ghana watching Corso integrate loot and share Ibinio.
Wow.
When say over yes, Amra we are. And now we appointments on my IGP, Mrs. Onya Africano, can I give no benefit for Benawati? Now, crowd, but the S Gasha near treating as an IGP. Former IGP na obejisika di bottom kwako nti a job for the boys na near the boy abanya okoye na chini ebia ni but as usual ya adwene mo anti ya adwene nkoso nti bra from January to another January benya IGP ngwa miensa we ikuru mu hawo miensa emu mienu ko pension by force na ba akwa ba bedi so within a year obi aso bejisika as an IGP nti sky yete okuru mo na ebi ni o but because the odieni mu no sebi me person me cast media atem but we adwene nya adwuma na be yes adwene ya adwuma nya sa ade unim sa wo be kire mmara se unya 60 years a me extend no contract ana mo obi a aka less than a year no unya 60 years contract so obey IGP e ba ne sai unim the policy bia o ye bia unim na wo kafa say IGP as wo di agro na say kuro bia no mu movie na mo de ye mo lifestyle na mo de ye movie kuro na e film no hwe what the ensure that you move be a serious be a ukọ ekuro mo develop here second choice na ambulance aba wow cause I dey by e wono comedy be di agro bi hu na ni age sa dia na aban IGP dada no na ebo nti ene de nti o mo say ya adwin mo ha dia CR no be to pan am fan ke mo to asu
that's pa jabe no medase yem fa the next caller no dey o asem no work on because enra week ya na Mahama release letter say on spend steady obia o contact what time so ya kofie enso papa yi what me ba hello yeah on teminka upacho ho okay Yeah, for the next person. Hello.
Hello, Reason.
Yes, sir.
Na to say.
Bokopa, so here.
Oh, Yankopa, what also am obi at 3 minutes na. And say, ma wo beti ase, On say, NDC for jumu ye nyina no. I say ano light na. Say light MPP for tuya. NDC for tuya. CPP for tuya, OBB for tuya, KKK for tuya, obi etuya bi o. So does it. Na wan kasa light ya wo the year campaign. And I say what's up from 14 point something no. Na on share on mine mu adwuma se no ma light no what's happen. Wo to light no mu ensuo no kra ma light na odum no kra nka gina so nka be bi. De bia light wo mu dum no. What I say? Yemfa no ento se so ho no. The mine no di kan na kan be kan ba odi kan me to no so. So what I say? I'm say the whole Ghana ho no. Ye woni pa mi no ho mu di o mine so. Otumfour de no eyeda president ye to aba ma wi a asa wonya mfie nan fie nwotwe a asa otu ayi ba ye Otumfour ba so Lawrence na oye head of state wabedi obeto abanya enya president satam no woko so what I say woko Akufo ba oko Mahama ba oko wasamba so what I say until ka un say Otumfour so is obi aso no atwa Otumfour say idea and to call where esiboko enye no more than years, so many years. But I also mean I say Omutwan Otumfour. Minim say oka so abejo. Na ye na doma hene amfa akire anko susu janwum ena so muhwe ne ye because yes sir ye di kan ne because adea ebeba no Otumfour be kan obesa amfa akire. Say they now all pay no say all pay post of now
National House President now
national yes answer who say no on nam ho but I say who say no nam ho it no we no answer woman warning because Otumfour be come na gina no one hwe no nso fa kire afrankofo ni bi it no answer woman friend man warning e wo ni pabonini okay so what I say okay also 3 minutes into no maminjai okay
me da se pa yem for the next person hello mama na what to say
ade adumaye na kira madwen
mama pa da ho mi ntio 3 minutes mama ntio
ya also Bawku manager o ma ya de papa
okay
has Mahama na nkasa kura ko no mo hye no MP ne kan o ma ya de o so mo da o twa eto ba o me aso am mo 2 year no and o mo na o ma eden o ma to ma mna na ya de papa o che be politician ko gina ba bi etisa obesua nyansa wa kan de ye na mo won fa nkoye politics o mo tata wo ma corporate ma Asantehene Otumfour say tutu ababi obeba na wa ba akwana na so yesre no akanfo a Mahama yi won wa adwuma mu ni tume so kese onfa na no ntum asa dina Mahama ye de opasa ya ton Ghana na man so canon ti a asam no be de beto nanim a omo tungu adenti na wo ba power wo ba tata akanfo wa adwuma akanfo mo ma ye sole akanfo a wo Ghana nyina nka mom Ghana na ye NDC dia ye MPP ye Ghana for dia ye Ghana no Mahama ba wa be yi a soldier for penfo wenum ni na o ma na ye din obi nkasa akanfo mesre say ye na ye nka ye homom wa wo furu bon wo fi hin ka wo ye ho bo ya kan ka ye nka ye homom na Mahama na yire ya kan enso osole akwatia na lodi na Mahama onya hweye so obekasa akire ni ku afi say 2 minutes na ho na kwado age power say na o wa hefa na no wa mo bandi sifo o mo fa na nyahwe enti saa no so bayira won sesam na nama enti o ba ni ku ye de so mpam anya tata kanfo oni o mani a on kan hu say no bibi a ye bia na wie ye wo no no so kwa Assemblies of God no nim nyame asam so de o ma no kranya adwuma oba kasa kire ukun na ukun fa emre wo Ghana e na enye adwuma afen so abrantie ya wo ye fun adwuma ndra no meti se no obi ka ma abrantie no onya Asante no de hye ba hwehwe mu ampa o ya Asante ni ampa de oba Sam George ho de o ye
boy no de tia ne se kumase na yetete no na chese ya wono ho kumase yetete no wo ye na adwuma ade no mo se de yi
mese meti se o rebi be ka se aso onya Asante na mese
o mpeso mo kire se ya ha
ede ampa na obepe wo Sam George we o mu ade we de na
say ono peso o say o be mana training ye nuanom bia e peso mo course skills no eti aban ne or Sam according to Sam George no mo be mana training amanfo because okuta skills yeah
ada na wan soma say minister wo Kumase ho ada na wan ko si ni so ho no wan frɛ no wo anko
also ono na frɛ minister so onko pɛ minister mo akoyin so onko pɛ ye nua be man number ma no yeah
na de na ba na oba ba twetwe no nya ntasem wo mu ene ne e wa hefa
me da se wa me
ajo parties Asantefo akọ school teach ni anything e wo Ghana ni wi ase onti bia nka sa blante na no be ba oba frɛ na twetwe no onya hwe
me da se ma me yo me da se pa
obia nye din o
right
wa fidie demonstration na omo ko Ghana e ta machi woni okatachi ya ka kire mo mansam pa no enu Ghana wa kanfo asum
okay
na ya him fofo asofofo mo kasa what do man ni hamo pa what dia kanfo you
mami ya na say na ya do well for me da say why o de ya ma we so nka bi me da say pa ba jo obi aba 3 minutes in the account say boom na 3 minutes na nso why me oda hello
yeah okay
yes sir
Mecha. We have a question.
Yeah, Mate. 3 minutes, mind you. Okay, count 7 young queen.
Mate, wait. Me 3 minutes in the crowd. Me cousin to name him. Minimum Bawku na oyama na yara mami. Nyumuna yara Mahama is
ayo.
Safi do maju mani so. Afere so maju mani so. Umunse munu no mrete Ghana wana ye ka some free. Esura se editire omu ofoma so omuntie na muso muntie. Afere so maju mani so. Say ene light. Any a friend say water. I can't say omu a friend say street tax cry. Now for mu kwano mu gabiem na abawo ho ye ka so mu nkoto aba mu votuma nipa oye I mean perfect. Obetinya lead the country of Ghana no a. Omu se nya ta ko mitrim. So that say ye problem na lead o man kunkun Ghana mo man na tinye kupon akonani mu a. Mu se da bi. Ena na nado ena kokofo afide mu kam. Nke bia nkafi kenya ko be ma duma man na do pa afi SSB wasatu koko mama koko na te wani mu bia yo agada dida mo mu nsemu ni tismo ena we enkoma sa enkofo na o mu ti ba bia o mu sori a na o mu adi Asantehene ni mo afom no sa bi do mo se Ghana no a break silence e ka Asantehene mra ata na Ghana na zambu reboa
okay
e warning the ma wo mo very careful. But very careful. Mum do mutam kwase sem no sa start be mo.